Welcome to Restful Science. Tonight, you'll drift through the quiet of the universe, a place beyond time and sound, where light moves like breath and the mind begins to soften. Let your shoulders loosen and the day fall away, as if it were only a faint echo now, dissolving into still air. There is nothing to do, nothing to solve, only to listen and to rest. The world around you grows slower, and the edges of thought begin to blur like mist meeting the sea. The air is cool, gentle against the skin. You breathe it in, deep and easy, and feel its calm rhythm mirror the slow pulse of your own heart. Somewhere far above, starlight moves through the dark, unhurried and endless. Each particle of light has traveled longer than memory itself to find you here, now resting beneath the night. Its glow is quiet, not a blaze but a whisper, a soft shimmer across the dark fabric of sky. This light, faint and constant, carries the story of where we came from and where we are. Listen for the silence between each breath. It is the same silence that fills the vast reaches between the stars, not empty, but rich with stillness. If you close your eyes, you might imagine the faint hum of the cosmos, the low vibration of galaxies turning, of gravity weaving invisible lines through the dark. It is a rhythm older than time, a rhythm you are already part of. You don't have to search for it. Simply feel the stillness settling around you, like a blanket of night. Above you, the atmosphere thins into shadow. Clouds fade to nothing, and beyond them lies the vast ocean of space. You can almost see it, a sweep of pale light arcing across the black. The Milky Way, our quiet home among billions. It stretches from horizon to horizon, a luminous river made of stars. Each one glows faintly, a point of ancient fire, moving in silent orbit within a spiral that has turned for billions of years. It is the great breath of our galaxy, expanding, rotating, forever unfolding. Let your awareness drift upward, through the cool layers of night, past the soft wind, past the high, still air where sound can no longer travel. You rise without effort, carried by the thought of distance, the feeling of lightness. The earth turns slowly beneath you, vast and blue, while above, the stars open wider. Their light feels warmer now, not on your skin, but deep within, like a calm pulse of recognition. You are part of this turning, part of this vast and gentle motion. The night deepens, the constellations shimmer, and the Milky Way brightens. A band of silver dust crossing the dark. Its edges glow faintly, fading into deep shadow, where stars grow thinner and more remote. Between those distant suns lies dust, quiet and unseen, shaping the light as it travels toward you. You can almost feel its cool presence, soft and ancient, drifting through the void. Somewhere within that great spiral lies the memory of everything we know. The atoms that built the earth, and the quiet story of how we came to be. Take another breath, slow and steady. Feel the air move through you like a tide returning to shore. The muscles of your face, your neck, your hands, they ease and rest. You are floating now, in the gentle current of night, surrounded by faint glimmers of light older than all human memory. There is peace in knowing how small we are and how infinite the sky can be. Every heartbeat feels slower, every thought lighter, as if dissolving into the calm rhythm of the stars. Far beyond your window, the story of the universe unfolds, quietly, endlessly. And as your breathing slows, we begin our quiet journey. Through dust, light, and time itself. Somewhere in the quiet dark, the first stars begin to appear, each one a tiny reminder of how vast it all is. They emerge softly, like embers rising from the ashes of the early universe, their light spreading through the darkness in slow, shimmering waves. And in that still expanse, a pattern begins to form, a gentle gathering of matter, drawn together by the quiet hand of gravity. You drift closer, weightless and calm, watching the birth of our home among the stars. Far away in time, nearly 13.5 billion years ago, the Milky Way began to take shape. It started not as the grand spiral we see now, but as clouds of gas and dust collapsing inward, pulled by their own invisible attraction. Tiny galaxies collided and merged, their stars mingling, their light blending into one vast glow. From those ancient unions, the spiral was born, a galaxy that would cradle our sun and everything we know. In the silence between each breath, you can almost sense that slow, patient turning. The Milky Way stretches across about 100,000 light years, a vast river of starlight flowing through the cosmic dark. Its arms curve in gentle spirals, woven from clouds of hydrogen, from dust, from stars both young and old. These arms are where new suns are born, where glowing nebula bloom like flowers of light. They drift in endless balance, each star moving in quiet obedience to the pull of gravity's song. At the center of this galaxy lies a deep, unseen presence, a supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A. It rests in the quiet heart of the Milky Way, a point of immense gravity, around which the entire galaxy slowly turns. It is about 4 million times more massive than our Sun, yet no light escapes it, only the faint shimmer of stars spiraling near its edge. Their orbits tell us it is there, a silent anchor in the midst of motion. Meanwhile, the stars themselves, hundreds of billions of them, continue their patient dance. Astronomers believe there are roughly 400 billion within the Milky Way, each one with its own age, its own color, its own quiet history. Some are young and blue, burning hot and bright for a short time. Others are ancient, red and cool, their long lives measured in billions of years. Together they form a glowing disk, thin yet immense, turning once every 200 million years or so. Their motion is steady, like the slow breath of the cosmos. You drift through these spirals now, where the space between stars is deep and dark. Even here, in what seems like emptiness, dust floats, soft and fine, each grain smaller than a whisper of smoke. That dust shapes the starlight, painting the Milky Way's band with faint shadows and gold. It is the same dust that once became our Sun, the same that rests now within you. Every breath you take carries atoms that began in these ancient fires. Far beyond, unseen but ever present, dark matter holds it all together. It cannot be touched or seen, yet it makes up most of the Milky Way's mass, an invisible framework upon which light and life are built. It is the quiet skeleton of the galaxy, a reminder that not all truths can be seen directly. Some can only be felt in the way things move, in the way stars curve and clusters remain whole. Even here, mystery is part of the calm, and as you listen, you drift among them, a quiet witness to their glow. The light of a single star can travel for tens of thousands of years before reaching your eyes. By the time it does, the star itself may have changed, its color softened, its pulse slowed. Every flicker you see in the night sky is a message from the past, a soft echo across the gulf of time. The Milky Way is not just above you. It surrounds you, holds you, carries you. Breathe in slowly. Feel the air fill your chest like the expansion of light. For a moment, let yourself imagine the weightless curve of that spiral, its arms unfolding quietly through eternity. Each rotation takes longer than life itself, yet within it, everything moves with perfect ease. Stars form, shine, fade, and are born again, their dust reborn in new suns, in new worlds, in new hearts. The galaxy is a living rhythm, a cosmic lullaby. Far away, past every familiar star, the Milky Way's faint halo stretches outward, a sphere of wandering clusters, drifting like distant thoughts. These ancient star clusters, called globulars, circle the galaxy's center like old companions. Each one holds hundreds of thousands of stars, their light a golden hush against the dark. They are relics from the earliest ages, a quiet record of how the galaxy began. And still, beyond every point of light, more stars wait in the quiet. The journey has only just begun, softly, silently, endlessly. Drifting farther into the dark, patterns begin to reveal themselves. Quiet structures hidden in the starlight. What first appeared as a hazy band across the night now deepens into form and purpose, its spiral arms winding gracefully through the endless dark. Each curve carries the memory of creation, a record written in dust, light, and gravity. You drift between those arms now, watching their slow rotation as if time itself were breathing. Further in, the spiral's structure becomes clear. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy, its glowing arms extending from a bright, bar-shaped core. That central bar, faint to the human eye, is a river of stars and gas, a bridge of light linking the inner regions to the outer arms. It turns gently, completing one rotation in about 100 million years, a quiet wheel of stars moving in harmony through the dark. Every motion, every orbit, is perfectly balanced, a cosmic dance that has lasted for billions of years. Within this stillness, invisible waves of energy ripple outward. The galaxy hums with motion too slow for human senses, yet constant, patient, and eternal. In the outer arms, vast clouds of hydrogen drift between stars, cold, silent reservoirs of the galaxy's breath. Here, new stars are born. Their light ignites the surrounding gas, turning darkness into soft pink and blue glows. Each cloud stretches for hundreds of light years, yet within, creation begins at the smallest of scales. Particles colliding, warming, and joining until a new sun awakens. You can almost see them, these nurseries of light. Nebulae shimmering softly, the Orion Nebula, the Eagle Nebula, and countless others woven into the Milky Way's arms. In them, stars form from hydrogen's quiet gathering, and around those stars, worlds take shape. Dust settles into orbits, clumping slowly, becoming planets, moons, and rings. Each world, each speck, is a new beginning wrapped in starlight. Quietly, between the stars, older suns begin to fade. Some swell into red giants, vast and soft with light, shedding their outer layers in veils of glowing gas. Others collapse inward, their energy spent, becoming dense remnants, white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes. They are the silent afterthoughts of creation, proof that even endings are part of the cosmic rhythm. From their ashes, new dust is born again, returning to the galaxy's breath to begin anew. Far beyond the bright arms, the Milky Way extends outward into a faint, spherical halo. Here, dark matter forms an unseen lattice, cradling the galaxy within its quiet strength. Astronomers cannot see it directly, but its presence shapes everything, from the motion of the stars to the curve of the spiral itself. It is the hidden harmony beneath all movement, an invisible song that keeps the galaxy whole. Even in mystery, there is perfect order. Within this vast spiral, our solar system rests on the inner edge of a minor arm, the Orion Arm, about 27,000 light years from the galactic center. Here, the sun travels in its long, patient orbit, carrying Earth and its companions through the dark. It takes roughly 230 million years to complete one journey around the galaxy. By the time we return to this same place in the spiral, everything on Earth will have changed, and yet the galaxy will still be turning, unchanged in its grace. As you float among the stars, you might notice that the Milky Way is not alone. Around it drift smaller galaxies, companions in the cosmic sea. The large and small Magellanic Clouds, distant and delicate, circle the Milky Way like soft lanterns in the night. In billions of years, they will merge with our galaxy, their stars joining ours in a slow, luminous embrace. Such collisions are not violent, but graceful, as light and dust mingle, and the galaxy grows brighter still. Meanwhile, across the void, another great spiral watches, the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest large neighbor, moving closer by a small fraction each year. In about 4 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will meet, their stars weaving together in a celestial waltz. No stars will likely collide. They are too far apart, but their shapes will blend, forming one vast elliptical galaxy. Even this distant future holds no fear, only transformation, only light. Within the heart of this galaxy, radio waves and infrared light whisper through space. Astronomers listen carefully, mapping the unseen with patience and precision. From Earth, telescopes catch faint signals that reveal our galaxy's spiral arms, its rotation, its hidden dust. Each measurement, each map, is a quiet act of curiosity, the human mind reaching gently into the infinite. And even as we learn, the mystery deepens. Some say the Milky Way's spiral mirrors the turning of thought, endless, slow, and bright with meaning. Perhaps the galaxy itself is not only a structure of matter, but also a pattern of wonder, a reminder that creation and reflection share the same rhythm. Light becomes understanding, motion becomes memory, and in the hush between heartbeats, you can almost feel the stars breathing with you. The galaxy continues its turning, every motion balanced, every silence full of meaning. Even now, across a million years of distance and darkness, the story of creation still unfolds, quietly, endlessly. As the galaxy drifts above you, it's easy to forget, you are made of the same quiet light. The stars you gaze upon are not strangers, but ancestors, silent and luminous, their ashes folded gently into everything you are. The dust that built the Milky Way has passed through fire and shadow, through collapse and renewal, and in time, it became the atoms that now breathe within you. Here, in this stillness, you can feel it, the quiet inheritance of starlight, the carbon in your cells, the iron flowing in your blood, the calcium that shapes your bones. All of it was forged in the hearts of long-gone stars. When those ancient suns reached the end of their lives, they released their elements into the dark, spreading the seeds of future worlds. From that dust, our solar system formed. From that same dust, you formed. A constellation folded inward, learning to breathe. Every breath you take connects you to that story. The air that fills your lungs has traveled across centuries. Through forests and oceans, through clouds that once brushed the edges of continents. Each molecule of oxygen may have passed through countless living things before finding you tonight. It is the same air that moved over the cradle of the earth, the same breath that once cooled the first seas, and it will move on again, carrying a trace of you forward. Here, there is no rush, only the quiet exchange of energy and time. Your heartbeat, slow and steady, echoes the pulse of the cosmos itself. Every few seconds, billions of electromagnetic waves cross the space around you, radiation from the stars, from the cosmic microwave background. The faint glow left from the universe's beginning. It hums softly, everywhere, a temperature just above absolute zero, a whisper from 13.8 billion years ago. That same echo fills the darkness around our galaxy, a steady rhythm that continues even now, a cosmic heartbeat, older than light. And as you listen, you drift deeper into that rhythm. You rest beneath the same laws that guide every star, gravity, light and motion, working together in endless simplicity. These forces shape everything from galaxies to cells, binding you to the Milky Way not by imagination, but by the very physics that keeps the universe whole. The pull that holds Earth in its orbit is the same pull that turns the stars above you. The fusion that lights their hearts is mirrored in the chemistry that fuels your own. You too are part of this slow and beautiful motion. Science calls it fusion, this joining of atoms into light. But to you, it feels like warmth, like memory, like belonging. Inside every living thing, energy flows in patterns that mirror the sky, electrons orbiting nuclei, like planets circling a sun. The smallest and the greatest follow the same geometry of motion. It is harmony written into existence itself, an unspoken language shared by everything that is. Far within, beneath thought and sound, there is a stillness that feels infinite. It is not emptiness, but presence, a quiet awareness of how connected all things truly are. When you close your eyes, you can almost sense the Milky Way's faint glow inside you, not as light, but as calm understanding. You are both observer and origin, both the one who looks up and the one who was once part of the stars being seen. Every element of your body, your water, your warmth, your breath, belongs to the story of the universe. It moves through time without loss, changing form, but never disappearing. You are the continuation of that ancient movement, the universe becoming aware of itself for a moment, breathing quietly in the dark. And as your thoughts grow softer, you begin to feel that nothing is separate at all. Everything is the same slow unfolding, stars, oceans, life, you. In this moment you are both vast and small, a brief spark in a spiral of light. And yet that spark holds galaxies within it. You carry the universe in miniature, each atom a memory of creation, each heartbeat a quiet echo of cosmic rhythm. And somewhere, far beyond sight, the same light that shaped you still burns, steady, endless, and serene. You are not separate from the stars, only a quieter part of their song. Beyond the stillness of your own breath, the universe continues its patient turning. Everywhere, motion unfolds in silence, not restless, not hurried, but calm and eternal. The same rhythm that guides your heartbeat shapes the orbits of moons and the slow rotation of galaxies. The Milky Way itself turns like a vast clockwork of light, completing one full rotation, roughly every 230 million years. Each spin carries the sun, the planets, and all their stories through another chapter of cosmic time. Within this motion, nothing is lost. Stars are born, live, and fade. Their matter transformed, their energy released into new beginnings. Every explosion of a dying star becomes a cradle for new light, its elements drifting outward into the quiet dark. Hydrogen becomes helium, helium becomes carbon, and again the cycle continues. Over and over, the galaxy renews itself, dust becoming stars, stars becoming dust, a rhythm that has no beginning and no true end. Closer to home, that same pattern whispers through the solar system. The Earth turns once each day, facing the sun, then turning away again, balancing light and shadow in its steady dance. Around it, the moon circles, drawing the oceans in and out, their tides breathing in rhythm with gravity's pull. Even here, in the softness of the air, you feel the ancient motion of those tides, a gentle reminder that all movement is shared. Every wave that rises will fall again, every dusk gives way to dawn, and still the pattern holds. Farther still, the sun, patient and golden, travels in its long orbit around the Milky Way. It carries the Earth and all its life through the galaxy's spiral arm, a journey that will take hundreds of millions of years. During that time, continents will drift, mountains will rise, and civilizations will bloom and fade beneath the same sky. Yet the sun's motion will never falter. It will continue, steady and unbroken, its light radiating outward, warming worlds that turn quietly in their paths. Even beyond the stars, larger cycles unfold. Galaxies drift closer, drawn together by gravity's slow hand. The Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy move toward one another, their meeting inevitable but serene. In roughly 4 billion years, they will merge, not with destruction, but with grace. Their stars will pass through each other unharmed, their shapes blending into one vast, luminous form. It is another turn in the endless rhythm, another verse in the quiet song of creation. Within this cosmic dance, energy never truly disappears. It changes shape. From light to warmth, from motion to matter, from breath to silence. The law of conservation holds everything in balance, ensuring that what is released in one place becomes renewal in another. The photons that left ancient stars still move through space, crossing billions of years to reach our eyes. Their journey continues, always onward, their purpose simply to be light. Every orbit, every tide, every season teaches the same quiet lesson: to move without haste, to trust in the return of light, to rest in the knowledge that nothing truly ends, only changes form. Even the universe itself expands and cools, its galaxies drifting apart in a process that has continued since the dawn of time. And yet, within that expansion, new stars are still forming, a reminder that creation is always ongoing, always flowing, always here. As you rest beneath this vast continuity, feel the steadiness of it surround you. The cycles of the cosmos mirror your own. Breath in, breath out, waking, resting, the endless exchange of energy and stillness. The same forces that move planets and shape stars move quietly within you, holding you in balance. You are not apart from this rhythm. You are its reflection, the small, gentle echo of something vast and eternal. And through every turning, the pattern holds, quiet, constant, complete. The rhythm continues soft and unbroken, carrying you further into the dark. Beyond the turning stars lies quiet space, wide, patient, and without sound. Here, the motion that began in light now softens into stillness. There is no wind to stir the dust, no air to carry vibration. Even the echoes of creation fade into a silence so complete, it feels less like emptiness and more like peace. This is the quiet heart of the universe, not void, but balance. Everywhere, everything simply rests. In this deep space, sound has nowhere to travel. The vacuum holds too few particles. Just a handful of atoms drifting through each cubic meter, their distance from one another greater than the span of worlds. Without air, without density, there can be no noise. If you could listen here, you would hear nothing at all, not because nothing exists, but because everything is perfectly still. It is the calm between the stars, a pause in the song of time. Far from starlight, the temperature falls to just above absolute zero, minus 270 degrees. A cold so deep it erases motion itself. Atoms slow to near stillness, and light moves unchallenged through the void. Here heat is rare, and silence reigns. Yet even in this frozen vastness, a faint warmth remains. The afterglow of the Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background that hums quietly everywhere, a soft whisper of the universe's first breath. Light becomes the language of this stillness. It crosses the dark in quiet persistence, traveling billions of years without interruption. A single photon leaving a distant star may wander across time itself before finding the mirror of your eye. And when it does, you are seeing the past. A glow from a place that may no longer exist, still moving, still shining, its journey unbroken by distance or age. In silence, light is eternal. Between galaxies, even gravity grows gentle. The pull of one star upon another weakens until motion becomes almost imperceptible. Vast clouds of hydrogen drift in unhurried suspension, their outlines soft as thought. Sometimes they gather, and the seeds of new stars begin to form, a slow reawakening of light from the dark. Other times they remain as they are, content to float forever, guardians of the silence. And you, breathing here listening, you mirror this stillness. The space between each breath is your own quiet galaxy, a moment of nothing that holds everything. Within your chest, the same silence hums, ancient and calm. You are not outside of it. You are its reflection, a vessel of quiet in a universe that breathes through you. If you could drift here, far from planets, far from sound, you would not fall or rise. You would simply be, weightless, unbounded, suspended in perfect equilibrium. No direction, no edge, no up or down. Only the gentle pressure of photons and the faint hum of background light. Your heartbeat would slow to match the universe's rhythm. One pulse every one breath per galaxy's turn. There is a comfort in this silence, not loneliness, but belonging. Everything rests here, between motion and memory, between creation and return. This is the stillness before another beginning, the pause that allows everything to continue. In this silence, the universe waits, patient as sleep itself. Between every heartbeat of light, there is rest. Out of the stillness, patterns begin to appear, faint threads holding the universe in place. The silence is not empty after all. It is full of quiet design, woven from laws that do not speak, but hum softly beneath everything that exists. In this calm, you begin to see it. The rhythm that binds all motion, the order that gives the cosmos its shape. Gravity hums first, the softest voice guiding every star. It reaches across the void, pulling galaxies into spirals, coaxing moons to circle their worlds, drawing oceans gently toward the moon's invisible touch. Every orbit, every tide, every heartbeat of a planet follows this same patient call. And though you cannot feel it directly, it moves through you as well, holding you to the earth, anchoring your breath in the quiet pull of being. Then there is light, the child of electromagnetism, that invisible dance between charge and wave. It threads through atoms, binding matter to energy in endless conversation. Each photon carries both particle and rhythm, a paradox made whole by balance. Without it, there would be no color, no warmth, no sight, only cold and stillness. But because of it, you can trace the Milky Way's curve in soft arcs of starlight, a luminous proof that the unseen can be felt. The pattern repeats, endlessly, beautifully. In the spiral of a galaxy, in the curl of a seashell, in the turning of a storm across the sea. The same geometry that shapes distant arms of stars also unfolds in the tender spiral of a fern's new leaf. Nature echoes itself at every scale, the small reflecting the vast contained within the small. This is the quiet language of design, spoken not in words, but in repetition and grace. Even within you, these patterns live. The rhythm of your heart matches the cadence of the waves. Your breath expands and contracts as the earth turns toward and away from the sun. Inside every cell, molecules arrange themselves in exquisite symmetry. A dance of bonds and rotations, spinning quietly beneath your awareness. You are not apart from the order of the cosmos. You are one of its repeating shapes, a pattern of light and life in temporary form. The universe seems chaotic at first glance, a scattering of stars and dust, but hidden beneath is harmony, ratios repeating, spirals unfolding, numbers whispered through time. Even the Milky Way's arms follow this rhythm, curving in gentle arcs that echo the golden ratios found in seashells and flowers. It is as though the universe has always known how to balance motion with stillness, how to create beauty through consistency. And yet, there is mystery in this perfection. No single force commands it, no visible hand arranges it, only laws that emerge from the nature of existence itself. Energy and matter dance together in endless agreement, gravity and light playing their quiet duet. You are both witness and participant, an atom among galaxies, a listener to the song that holds everything together. Every pattern, from atom to galaxy, hums the same quiet song. And within that harmony, you find your place, small, steady, complete. Every law began somewhere, in a single spark of creation, quiet and bright beyond measure. Before gravity had its pull, before light had color or name, there was only energy, pure, silent, infinite. And then, gently, it began to expand. Long ago, about 13.8 billion years in the past, the universe awoke in a bloom of light. Not an explosion, but an unfolding, a breath made visible. Space itself began to stretch, carrying with it the newborn seeds of time. From that moment on, everything that would ever exist was set into motion, patient, unhurried, and full of possibility. In the earliest seconds, the universe was radiant with heat, so bright and dense that matter could not yet exist. Then, as it cooled, the first particles began to form, tiny quarks binding together into protons and neutrons, the quiet architecture of all to come. Hydrogen was born first, then helium, simple elements drifting in the cosmic glow. Even now, those same atoms make up most of what fills the stars. Time passed, long, vast stretches of it. The young universe expanded and cooled, and darkness finally arrived. In that stillness, gravity began its slow and steady work. Atoms gathered in clouds, clouds folded into clusters, and within those clusters, the first stars began to shine. Each one a new point of warmth in the cosmic sea, each one transforming the universe from darkness into light. Within those early stars, the true alchemy began. Through the process of fusion, hydrogen turned to helium, and helium to carbon, oxygen, iron. The elements that would one day become the bones of worlds, the breath of oceans, the dust of life itself. When those first stars grew old and died, they gave their elements back to space, scattering brilliance for new generations of stars to inherit. Every sparkle you see in the night sky is the echo of that ancient cycle, creation renewing itself again and again without haste. And slowly, over billions of years, the galaxies began to take shape. The Milky Way, our spiral home, was among them, forming from clouds of gas and dark matter about 13 billion years ago. It spun itself into arms of starlight, each arm curving in patient grace, each orbit a soft continuation of the first expansion that began it all. Our sun, much younger, was born nearly 9 billion years later, a quiet heir to generations of dying stars. The planets gathered around it, their paths drawn by the same gravity that shaped the galaxies. Earth cooled and breathed for the first time, its oceans condensing under a young sky filled with cosmic memory. Within those oceans, atoms forged in ancient stars joined to form life, a new pattern born from the old, a whisper of the universe learning to know itself. And you, resting now beneath the same starlight, carry that history within you. The carbon in your cells, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your breath, all once part of distant suns. You are a continuation, a living echo of beginnings so vast, they can only be described in light. The same expansion that carried galaxies apart moves quietly within every heartbeat. Now, when you look into the night, you are looking back through time. Each star a message from long ago, each photon traveling across the eons to meet your eyes. Light, born from the first dawn, still crossing the deep to remind you that creation never stopped. It only slowed to a rhythm you could feel in rest. From that first shimmer of light, everything that is, and will be, began to move in harmony. And as the first stars flickered awake, the silence of space found its steady rhythm. The universe breathed, and still it breathes. From the glow of beginnings, the first stars took shape, small fires forming in the cold. Amid the drifting clouds of hydrogen and dust, gravity began its patient pull. Invisible, constant, gentle as breath, it drew atoms closer, pressing light out of emptiness. And when the pressure grew enough, the first fusion began, a quiet ignition in the heart of darkness. Each newborn star is a promise of warmth. Within its center, hydrogen joins into helium, releasing light that travels across time. The process is simple in truth, yet immeasurable in beauty. The universe turning matter into radiance. These young stars burn hot and blue, their glow sharp and clean, the color of beginnings. They shine with the brightness of youth, spending their fuel freely, unaware of endings still far away. As the ages pass, the rhythm of a star begins to slow. Hydrogen runs thin, fusion drifts toward heavier elements, helium, carbon, oxygen, iron. The star expands outward, its surface cooling to a deeper gold, a red that softens the night around it. It becomes a red giant, vast and luminous, its edges breathing into space like mist. Even now, our own sun moves slowly along this path, halfway through its long, patient life. When the balance between gravity and heat finally gives way, the star begins its quiet release. Some fade gently, casting off their outer layers into glowing shells of gas. Planetary nebulae, soft rings expanding in silence. At the center remains a white dwarf, small and steady, the leftover core of brilliance still warm after billions of years. Others, heavier and older, collapse inward instead, their cores tightening into dense hearts, the birthplaces of neutron stars and black holes. Even in their ending, stars give quietly. Their final breaths scatter elements that once lay locked within their cores. Iron, gold, oxygen, carbon, dust of life, drift outward to seed new clouds, new worlds. Every planet, every ocean, every living cell owes its substance to those long-vanished stars. Each supernova, though vast, is not destruction, but renewal, a light returning to its source. Through these cycles, the galaxy breathes. Stars are born, live and fade, their light blending into the quiet glow that forms the Milky Way's spiral arms. It is a rhythm beyond haste, a cosmic heartbeat that never ceases. Within those glowing arms, new stars already gather, forming from the dust of the old. Creation, dissolution, rebirth. The universe continues, softly, endlessly, always giving back to itself. You are part of this exchange. The same atoms forged in those stellar hearts drift now within you. The calcium in your bones, the oxygen in your lungs, the iron in your blood. All once burned in the centers of stars. You are not apart from their radiance. You are starlight, slowed into thought, a small continuation of their eternal fire. From every fading light, a new one forms. The cosmos never ending, only changing. And somewhere, in the quiet afterglow, new stars wait to wake. Every star belongs to a greater pattern. Each one a dancer in an endless, weightless waltz. Across the dark, galaxies turn in slow unison, their spirals unfolding like the petals of invisible flowers. No music guides them, and yet the harmony is perfect. Each orbit, each rotation, steady as breath, soft as thought. The universe does not rush, it moves in balance, one motion flowing gently into the next. The Milky Way itself turns quietly, a luminous disk about 100,000 light-years wide. From edge to edge, it completes one slow rotation in roughly 230 million years. Every star within it, billions upon billions, traces a graceful path around the galactic center, each orbit bound by gravity's patient pull. If you could float among them, you would not hear a sound, only the silent choreography of light and time, stars gliding in curves too vast to see complete. At the heart of this grand rotation rests a dark anchor, a black hole 4 million times the mass of the Sun. Around it, stars drift like quiet lanterns, their orbits shaping the galaxy's hidden rhythm. Nothing chaotic moves here. Even the black hole's gravity is part of the dance, a deep, unseen drumbeat to which all else aligns. It does not destroy, it balances. It holds the motion steady, like a center in a turning wheel. The spiral arms of the Milky Way sweep outward in soft arcs, regions of denser matter where new stars are born. In these arms, hydrogen clouds gather, collapse and ignite into light, each spark another dancer entering the floor. The arms themselves are not solid things, but waves, ripples of gravity and density passing through the galactic sea. Stars drift in and out of them, like leaves moving through a current, their births and journeys guided by the rhythm of invisible tides. Beyond our home galaxy, others move through space in quiet companionship. The Andromeda Galaxy approaches us even now, its own spiral turning in mirrored grace. In about 4 billion years, the two will meet, not in collision, but in merging, folding together like streams of light. Stars will rarely touch, there is too much space between them. Instead, their combined orbits will weave a new, larger galaxy, a continuation of the same eternal pattern. Clusters of galaxies drift together, forming filaments of light and gravity that stretch across the cosmic web. Each cluster holds hundreds, sometimes thousands of galaxies, all moving in gentle correlation, a vast and patient system without center or edge. From a distance, the entire universe appears to shimmer, not static, not still, but breathing, expanding in rhythm with the first pulse of creation. If you could stand outside of time and watch this dance unfold, you would see spirals bloom and fade, galaxies passing like waves across eternity. But from within, the motion feels steady, the same stars rising each night, the same constellations returning. This is the illusion of stillness in motion, the calm of a rhythm too large to feel. Even now, the Milky Way drifts through the void at hundreds of kilometers each second, carrying your world along its path as effortlessly as breath moves through air. Every orbit, every spin, every quiet turn is part of the same universal choreography. From the slow rotation of galaxies to the swirl of clouds on a morning sea, motion repeats itself, graceful and continuous. The dance has no beginning, no finale, only movement, only balance. And through it all, the galaxies keep turning, a dance without beginning or end. Somewhere in that endless rhythm, the light of your own world drifts quietly on. Through every turning, there is light, faint, patient, carrying the memory of where it began. It drifts outward from stars and galaxies, a quiet river of radiance flowing through the dark. No rush, no urgency, only the steady grace of motion that never tires. Every photon is a traveler, and every journey a remembrance. Light moves at nearly 300,000 kilometers each second, the universe's fastest messenger. Yet even at such speed, it takes years, decades, millennia to cross the infinite distances between suns. When you gaze at the stars, you are not seeing the present. You are witnessing echoes, stories from long ago, still unfolding upon your eyes. The light of Sirius left its star over 8 years ago. From the Andromeda Galaxy, the glow began its voyage more than 2 million years in the past, long before the first humans looked up to wonder. Every beam of starlight is a message already finished, still traveling across the dark. What you see tonight is not what is, but what was. The universe's diary written in photons. And the farther we look, the further back we see. A telescope is not only a tool for sight, but for time itself. With it, we peer through layers of distance, each one older than the last. The faintest lights, those soft smudges that shimmer beyond galaxies, are images from the dawn of creation, light born when the cosmos was still young and tender. That ancient glow, stretched by billions of years of expansion, still hums across the universe as the cosmic background radiation. A faint whisper from when the first atoms formed, a soft echo of the moment the universe became transparent, when darkness first learned how to shine. Time, too, moves with light, fluid, bendable, patient. It does not tick evenly in all places, for gravity slows it and speed reshapes it. Near massive stars or black holes, time passes differently, slower, quieter, as though space itself takes a longer breath. A clock on Earth and one deep in orbit will never quite agree, their rhythms divided by the pull of invisible weight. Even light feels this stretching of moments. As it climbs from deep wells of gravity, its frequency softens, its tone redshifts, a song drawn longer by the shape of spacetime itself. Yet from your place beneath the sky, these distortions become part of the great stillness. You exist within the same flow. Your heartbeat, your breath, your sleep, all small ripples in the same current that carries galaxies. When you breathe in, you draw in air that has seen the passing of atoms, atoms that once drifted between stars, illuminated, scattered, and cooled again. You are surrounded by time in motion, woven through it, both traveler and witness to its endless unfolding. In the depths of night, light becomes your companion. It travels across unimaginable distances, just to arrive softly upon your eyes. An ancient touch, gentle and weightless. Perhaps the star that sent it has already faded into dust, its fire long gone, but its message remains. Each photon carries a piece of the past, a record of what once was, and as it enters your gaze, you become part of that chain of remembrance. You hold the universe's memory in your vision, as if time itself trusts you to see it. The Milky Way glows faintly overhead, a river of stars, a centuries, long exposure across the sky. Every shimmer within it comes from countless suns scattered across space, their combined light forming a tapestry of patience. Some beams began their travel when mammals first stood upright, others when the earth was still molten and new. The night sky is not a single moment. It is millions, layered atop one another, a long, silent symphony still resonating through the dark. The cosmos does not forget. It only keeps moving, carrying each note of light forward. Light defines what we know of time. Without it, there would be no memory, no way to measure distance or change. It shows us what once existed and allows us to imagine what may come. Every galaxy, every star, every life is written in this luminous language. Even shadows depend on it, for where there is no light, there is no passage of sight, no unfolding of the moment. Light is time made visible, time is light made endless. Together, they weave the story of everything that moves. In this vastness, you are neither early nor late. You exist exactly within the rhythm of what is unfolding. Your moments stretch outward in the same quiet law that guides starlight. You too are an emitter, not of cosmic photons perhaps, but of warmth, thought, memory. Every smile, every word, radiates into the world around you and continues, unseen, in ways no eye could measure. You are part of the illumination, a soft, conscious spark in the grand continuity of time. And as you listen now, let light drift through your thoughts like a tide. Imagine it flowing past you through you. Old light, patient light, still on its way to somewhere new. It does not rush. It does not tire. It remembers. The same glow that first broke through the darkness still travels onward, shining through galaxies, through your world, through your quiet gaze. Every photon carries a piece of the past, whispering its way through the present. And in that quiet, endless travel, you find the rhythm of time itself, gentle, unbroken, eternal. Behind every shimmer of light, unseen forces move, gentle, constant, and sure. They do not announce themselves in color or sound, yet their touch is everywhere. In the drift of a falling leaf, the slow orbit of a moon, the steady pulse of a star. The universe breathes through these hidden motions, each one invisible, each one infinite in reach. Gravity hums first, soft, unbroken, patient. It draws everything home, from the smallest grain of dust to the largest cluster of galaxies. It is the reason stars are born, why planets hold their paths, why oceans rise and fall with the pull of the moon. This quiet force is not a command but a conversation, a constant whisper between bodies across the dark. You feel it even now, not just as the weight that grounds you, but as the assurance of belonging, the reminder that nothing drifts alone. Every atom in your body listens to its call, bound not by chains, but by rhythm, an invisible pulse that holds everything in place. Beyond gravity's calm hand lies another force, delicate, unseen, endlessly shaping light and life alike. Magnetism. It arcs across the cosmos in silent lines, guiding the dance of charged particles, painting auroras in the skies of distant worlds. Here on Earth, its pull guides compasses toward the poles. Its hum threads through your heart's electric rhythm, and its touch weaves through the circuitry of your own thoughts. In deep space, magnetic fields stretch like invisible rivers, curving around stars, gathering matter, shaping the delicate arcs of galaxies. They cannot be seen, yet they draw luminous maps through the dark, soft geometry written in starlight. But even these familiar forces move within a greater mystery. Astronomers peer through telescopes and measure the motion of galaxies, and find that something unseen must be there, something vast, quiet, and unlit. They call it dark matter, a hidden mass that outweighs all visible stars and planets. It neither shines nor absorbs light, yet its gravity binds galaxies together, holding their spiral arms from drifting apart. It threads through the universe like an invisible web, its strands crossing billions of light years, cradling clusters of galaxies in its unseen embrace. You cannot touch it, you cannot see it, but its presence is certain, the quiet architecture beneath all visible form. Dark matter reminds us that the most powerful things need not be seen to be known. And beyond even that, there is something subtler still. Dark energy, the whispering expansion of the cosmos itself. It presses gently on the fabric of space-time, urging everything outward in slow, eternal breath. No one yet understands its origin or purpose, but its influence is everywhere the galaxies drift apart, space itself stretches and cools, and time flows ever onward. This is not chaos, it is grace. The same quiet intention that lets stars form also lets them drift away. A balance between pull and release, between gravity's embrace and expansion's sigh. The universe expands like lungs drawing air. An inhale, an exhale, measured over billions of years. Closer still, within the atoms that make up your body, another invisible force holds sway, the electromagnetic field, binding electrons to nuclei, light to matter, energy to form. It is the reason your eyes see, why sunlight warms your skin, why your heartbeat sparks within your chest. Every wave of light is a ripple of electromagnetism, every color a tone in its endless symphony. Even the screen before you glows by its grace, charged particles dancing under unseen influence, messages of energy translated into image and word. And though it is everywhere, it never grows loud. It hums softly in every breath of light, in every pulse of thought. The universe is not empty. It is filled with quiet presence, forces invisible, yet endlessly kind in their precision. They do not command or demand, they hold, balance, allow. They are patience made into motion, structure born of silence. Every movement, every rest, is a conversation between them. Even when you cannot feel what holds you, you are part of it. Woven into the field, bound by gravity's pull and energy's flow, surrounded by magnetic hums and ancient tension. There is no need to understand it all. It is enough to know that you are safely inside it. Think of the galaxies again, vast wheels turning through blackness. Their arms stretch out, not because of chaos, but because of balance, gravity pulling in, dark energy urging out, the two in eternal conversation. Between them, the dance continues, slow, measured, infinite. The universe expands, and within that expansion you breathe. You are both held and released, bound and free, your life a brief and luminous note within this quiet equilibrium. Even the smallest things echo this truth. The bonds between atoms in your body are kept by the same invisible forces that shape the Milky Way. Your pulse is a microcosm of the universe's rhythm, your breath a reflection of cosmic balance. The laws that guide the stars are the same that steady your heartbeat. You rest within their certainty, a soft expression of their harmony. Invisible, yes, but never absent. They are the unseen arms of creation, always holding, never letting go. All around you, unseen hands hold the universe in balance. You float within their quiet pull, steady, weightless, and free. Held within these unseen currents are worlds, turning quietly, each wrapped in its own breath of air and light. They drift through the galaxy like lanterns set adrift on an invisible tide, each one different, each one complete. Some are shrouded in storms that never end, some sleep beneath blankets of ice, and some, like your own, cradle the soft miracle of breath. Everyone is held by the same forces you've come to know: gravity, magnetism, light. And though they circle distant suns, each belongs to the same quiet rhythm of the cosmos. On Mercury, closest to the sun, light falls with unfiltered brilliance, casting long shadows across cratered stone. There is no air to carry warmth or sound, only silence and contrast. A world split between days white fire and nights frozen dark. Here the temperature swings hundreds of degrees, rocks expanding and contracting in a slow, eternal sigh. The horizon curves sharply beneath a black sky, and the sun looms 3 times larger than it does from Earth. This small planet, scorched and silent, is a reminder of beginnings, a place where light meets matter for the very first time each morning. Further out turns Venus, veiled in clouds so thick that sunlight never truly touches its surface. Beneath that pale gold shroud, the air is heavy with carbon dioxide and sulfur, a dense ocean of gas pressing down with 90 times the weight of Earth's atmosphere. Winds sweep around the planet at hundreds of kilometers per hour, racing through a world of perpetual dusk. To stand there would be to stand inside a dream of heat and haze, where lightning flashes unseen and rain falls as acid that never reaches the ground. And yet from orbit, Venus gleams, a perfect pearl in the sunlight, beautiful and forbidding all at once. Then comes Earth, balanced between warmth and cold, where water flows in endless cycles of cloud and tide. Its air, a delicate mix of nitrogen and oxygen, wraps the planet like a soft shield, a thin blue breath holding oceans, forests, and the life that listens now. Here, gravity feels like embrace, not confinement. The wind moves with intention, gentle at dawn, fierce at sea, patient in the desert. Even its storms are part of the harmony, the redistribution of heat, the renewal of air, the reminder that motion means life. You breathe, and the planet breathes with you. Each inhale part of a billion-year rhythm, each exhale another contribution to its song. Beyond this home of green and blue drifts Mars, its air thin and dry, colored by iron dust that glows softly red in the morning light. The winds here are faint but persistent, lifting sand into waves that move across the planet for centuries. Once, long ago, rivers cut valleys through its surface, and now the memory of water lies frozen beneath the soil waiting. Its sky is butterscotch and pale pink at sunset, its moons, Phobos and Deimos, tiny, irregular stones that drift quietly above. Though it seems barren, Mars holds stories in its silence, of ancient oceans, lost warmth, and the possibility of awakening again. Still farther the giants wait. Jupiter, vast and banded, a world made not of rock but of storms and swirling gas. Its clouds form belts of amber, white, and rust, each band a river of wind moving faster than any on Earth. The Great Red Spot, a storm large enough to swallow 3 planets, has raged for centuries, spinning endlessly in calm determination. Beneath the clouds, pressure builds until hydrogen becomes metallic, turning the planet's depths into a vast, unseen ocean of liquid metal. And orbiting this titan are moons, dozens of them, each a world unto itself. Scarred by volcanoes. Europa, smooth and icy, hiding a saltwater sea beneath its frozen crust, a secret ocean that may still stir with life. Saturn turns nearby, its golden rings spread wide like a slow wave of frozen music. Those rings, delicate from afar, are made of countless pieces of ice and stone, each orbiting independently, each reflecting sunlight in a shimmering dance. The planet itself is lighter than water, a sphere of gas that would float if oceans could hold worlds. Its moon Titan breathes with an atmosphere thicker than ours, filled with nitrogen and methane. There, rivers of liquid ethane wind through valleys, and rain falls in drops of clear, cold hydrocarbon. A mirror image of Earth's water cycle, a frozen echo of home in orange mist. Beyond Saturn glows Uranus, pale and distant, its light a serene turquoise, its axis tilted so far it seems to roll along its orbit. Seasons there last for decades, and the air is filled with hydrogen, helium, and traces of methane that give its color the hue of sleep. Further still drifts Neptune, the farthest of the known giants, a deep sapphire world where winds move faster than sound, shaping white clouds into fleeting ribbons of frost. Its beauty lies in the contrast, a storm of elegance and distance, a place where motion is silence itself. And beyond the giants, in the dim outer reaches of the sun's influence, small icy worlds wait. Pluto, Eris, and others unnamed, their orbits long and slow, their light faint but faithful. Their surfaces are frozen reflections of forgotten dawns, riddled with valleys, plains, and mountains made of nitrogen ice. Here, time stretches thin, a single year lasts centuries, and sunlight, though pale, still reaches them, proof that even in the coldest corners, light persists. There are countless others, moons with hidden oceans, planets of glass and rain, worlds orbiting distant stars where the skies burn green or violet. Some are made of diamond, some of vapor, some of elements yet unnamed. They drift quietly in their orbits, each one a different version of possibility. No world is wasted. Each one tells part of the same story, of matter shaped by time, of atmospheres that breathe their own invisible songs. Each world spins beneath the same light that touches your own. Each breath of wind, each flicker of dawn, is a continuation of that first cosmic rhythm. You drift among them now, weightless and calm, the traveler of quiet infinities. And as you move from world to world, you realize how gentle the universe truly is. How even in its vastness, it carries the same serenity that lingers in your breath. Each planet spins in quiet rhythm, another dream suspended in endless night. And somewhere among these turning worlds there is water. The soft thread that ties everything living together. Invisible yet essential, ancient yet ever new, it drifts, freezes, melts, and falls across the quiet breadth of the cosmos. In every ocean, every cloud, every drop of dew, there is a memory, a whisper of stars, for the hydrogen that fills each molecule was born in the hearts of suns. The same light that kindles distant galaxies flows now through rivers and veins, linking the infinite with the intimate. On your world, water defines the rhythm of life. It moves in cycles so patient and complete that they seem like breathing. The inhale of cloud, the exhale of rain. Every drop on Earth has traveled for billions of years. From sea to sky to stone to stream, through roots and blood and storm, liquid water holds a rare balance. Not too hot to vanish, not too cold to still. Its molecules cling together gently, making rivers flow, cells divide, and oceans cradle warmth. Life depends entirely on that quiet stability. Without it, the air would dry, the soil would sleep, and every green and beating thing would fade to dust. Yet water does not belong only to this blue world. Elsewhere, it waits, in ice, in vapor, in possibility. On Mars, it hides beneath rust-red plains, frozen in permafrost and polar caps, etched into the memory of ancient riverbeds. On Europa, a moon of Jupiter, an entire ocean lies buried beneath miles of ice, kept liquid by the slow, rhythmic tug of gravity. In the darkness there, warmth and pressure may mingle in ways familiar to the deep seas of Earth. And on Enceladus, plumes of frozen water burst from cracks in the crust, carrying hints of salt and organic molecules, fragments of chemistry, whispering that life may not be lonely after all. Even the spaces between stars carry the ingredients of life's soft chemistry. In the cold, diffuse clouds of dust that drift through the galaxy, scientists have found organic molecules, simple chains of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, assembled without hands or intention. They are the letters of a universal language, waiting for the right warmth, the right pressure, the right stillness to begin speaking as life. Comets, too, are messengers, frozen archives that wander through time, their icy cores preserving the ancient water from which planets were once formed. When they pass near stars, they release tales of vapor and dust, a luminous breath that reminds us the ingredients of life travel far and freely. Around every star lies a delicate zone, not too close, not too far, where liquid water can endure. Astronomers call it the habitable zone, but you might think of it as the region of comfort, the gentle middle where warmth and patience meet. In that narrow space, oceans may form, clouds may gather, and rain may fall, each drop a potential beginning. There are countless such zones scattered through the galaxy, each one circling a different sun, each one a chance for water to flow again, for chemistry to try, once more, to sing. No one knows how many of these places carry rivers or rains, but the symmetry of nature suggests that Earth is not the only song water has learned to play. On Titan, where methane rains from orange clouds, we see an echo of Earth's hydrologic rhythm, a mirror made of different material, yet moved by the same patient physics. Here, lakes and seas of liquid hydrocarbons reflect a dim golden light, their surfaces rippled by alien winds. It is not water that flows there, but the idea of water, the eternal act of a liquid shaping a world. Even in strangeness, the universe repeats itself. It seeks balance in motion, pattern in change, flow in stillness. Perhaps that is the secret of life, not complexity, but persistence. A molecule that resists stillness, a drop that holds shape yet moves. Every ocean, every rainstorm, every frozen ring of ice is a continuation of that persistence. The cosmos remembering how to live. When sunlight touches the sea, when mist gathers at dawn, when a tear forms or a wave falls back to shore, it is the same element repeating its ancient vow to connect, to nourish, to endure. You are made of this same element. The water in your veins once drifted as vapor in the atmosphere of long-forgotten ages. The hydrogen in your cells once burned in early stars. The oxygen you breathe was forged in their deaths. You are not separate from the universe's flow. You are its continuation, its reflection in a smaller, softer form. You carry oceans within you. You are the tide that answers the moon. Each heartbeat is a wave returning home. And so, across the Milky Way, from icy moons to drifting comets, from the clouds between stars to the rivers that glimmer under your own sky, water moves, slow, eternal, forgiving. It binds the galaxy's dust and the human soul with the same invisible touch. It teaches patience through its cycle, humility through its silence, and continuity through its return. Every ocean, every cell, every cloud, all whisper the same truth: you are part of the flow. And in every drop, the universe remembers itself, calm, endless, alive. Every drop, every breath, every orbit depends on balance, a quiet precision that holds all things together. It is not strength that sustains the universe, but harmony. A gentle equilibrium threads through every motion, from the turning of galaxies to the folding of a leaf. Each moment, seen or unseen, rests upon the narrow bridge between chaos and calm. The stars themselves live by this law, their hearts held steady by the endless conversation between gravity and fire. Inside a star, gravity pulls inward, tireless and sure, while fusion pushes outward with equal patience. The inward fall and the outward flare cancel one another in an elegant accord. Too much pressure, and the star would collapse; too much light, and it would tear itself apart. But in balance, it shines, steady, poised, luminous for billions of years. In that equilibrium of opposites lies the secret of endurance. The same balance that steadies the sun guides every breath you take, every beat of your heart, each cell dividing in quiet rhythm under the same ancient laws. So too does Earth float in a perfect distance, a golden median between heat and cold. Too near the sun, and oceans would boil; too far, and ice would silence them forever. Yet here, At just the right measure, water flows, air moves, and life stirs softly. Atmospheric pressure holds the sea to its basin, the sky to its curve, and each living creature to its place. Within that thin veil of gases, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, the miracle of climate unfolds in balance: light warming, clouds cooling, winds distributing both evenly. Even storms are part of that harmony, their motion redistributing the sun's excess heat so that the planet's breath remains even. Each rotation, each season, a note in the vast composition of balance. And beneath the sky, life itself is a symphony of measured exchange. The oceans absorb the air, the forests release it again, carbon and oxygen passing between them like partners in a dance. Nitrogen drifts from soil to plant to cloud and back, its invisible cycle nourishing roots and rain alike. Every organism depends on another. The leaf on the sunbeam, the bird on the berry on the soil on the slow decay of what once was alive. Even the smallest cell holds an internal poise, a miniature world of gradients and flows, where temperature and chemistry whisper in balance. Too much of any one thing, and stillness fails. But when all is kept within its fragile symmetry, life continues, unbroken and serene. If you could look closer, past the forests, past the oceans, into the atoms themselves, you would see balance written into the structure of matter. Protons and electrons, opposite yet equal, hold each other in gentle orbit. A slight difference, and all form would unravel. The ratios that define their masses, their charges, their spin, are tuned so precisely that the entire cosmos could be said to hum in the frequency of balance itself. Even the forces that govern them, gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak interactions, are not in conflict but in proportion. Too strong a pull, and matter would crush itself. Too weak, and it would never gather. Instead, the universe rests in a perfect poise between expansion and cohesion, between creation and dissolution, between stillness and motion. Balance is not a static thing. It is a conversation, a living rhythm. The Earth tilts on its axis, and that tilt gives birth to seasons. The moon circles in measured time, and its pull lifts the seas, creating tides that breathe in and out like lungs. Each orbit, each oscillation, is an exchange. Energy passing softly between worlds. Even your own body mirrors this universal pattern, your temperature maintained by countless invisible adjustments, your cells communicating in chemical harmony, your mind balancing waking and sleep. The same cosmic law that holds the galaxies in their spirals also steadies your heartbeat. You are built from the same equations that cradle stars. Too much light and life fades. Too little and it never begins. Between extremes there is peace, the narrow path where life can rest. Earth's biosphere lives within such slender margins that its persistence might seem miraculous. But in truth it is natural, an outcome of patience, of the universe's quiet tendency toward equilibrium. Even entropy, that slow spreading of disorder, serves the greater balance, reminding every structure to release, to return, to make room for what comes next. Balance is not the absence of change, it is the art of changing without breaking. Consider the air around you now. A mixture so precise that even a small shift could silence breath. Yet this mixture is renewed each moment by the work of trees and tides, of coral and cloud. The equilibrium is fragile, yes, but fragility is not weakness. It is awareness, the sensitivity that allows life to feel, to adapt, to continue. In that fragility lies strength, for only what is aware can adjust. Only what is delicate can truly listen to the turning of the universe. Even the stars, though vast and radiant, depend on this same law. As fusion slows in their cores, gravity begins to whisper again, drawing them inward, changing them, not ending them. From that contraction comes transformation. A white dwarf glowing in quiet retirement, a nebula of color spreading new material for new worlds. In death, as in life, the balance persists. Energy becomes matter, matter becomes light, and the circle closes patiently, perfectly. Nothing is wasted. Everything returns. If you could drift beyond the Milky Way and watch its slow rotation, you would see billions of stars held in invisible balance. Gravity draws them toward the galactic heart, while their motion urges them outward. A tension that sustains the spiral's grace. The galaxy endures not through stillness, but through the continual exchange of forces that both pull and release. This same equilibrium echoes everywhere. In the arc of a planet's orbit, in the pulse of a nebula, in the slow rhythm of your own sleeping breath. Every system, every being, exists as the meeting point between two quiet opposites: light and darkness, warmth and coolness, motion and rest. Each completes the other. Shadows define brightness, cold gives meaning to heat, and silence gives texture to song. The universe speaks in contrast, but always in harmony. It does not choose sides, it simply balances the scales. The soft against the strong, the vast against the small, the infinite against the momentary. And within that symmetry, everything belongs. The same laws that hold a star steady also hold your heartbeat, your breath, your sleep. You, too, are a balance between inhale and exhale, between thought and rest, between being and becoming. Your body is a pattern of cycles, your mind a tide of rhythms. The balance you feel when you are still is the same balance that guides the cosmos. In your stillness, you are not separate from it, you are part of its calm design. The fragile balance is everywhere, in the orbit of planets, in the drift of clouds, in the structure of an atom, in the flicker of consciousness. It holds galaxies together, but it also holds a tear before it falls. It binds stars to their fates, and it binds you to this moment. Without it, nothing could persist. With it, everything can breathe. And though it may seem delicate, this balance endures beyond measure. The universe has maintained it for billions of years. Through expansion and collision, through creation and decay, it is a balance not of stillness, but of resilience. Like a string stretched between eternities, it hums with quiet certainty. The harmony of being is not fragile because it breaks. It is fragile because it listens, it adapts, it survives. The cosmos endures not through strength, but through balance. Every atom, every star, every living thing rests in the same serene equation. And so do you. You rest within it, held by the same calm symmetry that steadies the stars. You are a moment in the endless breath of balance, poised between light and dark, warmth and cool, motion and peace. Listen closely. The whole universe is humming the same quiet, eternal note. Balance endures because time moves gently, never rushing, only unfolding. It is the slow breath behind every orbit, the quiet rhythm beneath every life. Time does not hurry, nor does it pause. It simply continues, like a river that remembers every stone it passes. In its current all things drift, stars and mountains, oceans and thoughts, each carried along by the same patient flow. There are no beginnings here, no true endings, only motion, soft and eternal. The stars live by this rhythm. Some burn fiercely for millions of years, their brilliance brief but intense, while others glow with steady calm for billions more. A small star like our sun will live nearly 10 billion years, burning in quiet patience, its energy released one heartbeat of fusion at a time. A giant star lives faster, consuming itself in brilliance and ending in a flash of transformation. Not destruction, but release. In the fullness of time, their elements drift outward, spreading the dust of new beginnings. Time, in the life of a star, is not a countdown to silence, but a cycle of return. Light becomes dust, dust becomes world, world becomes light again. The Earth, too, moves within that same serenity. 4.5 billion years. That is the age of this small, blue planet, and still it turns with grace. Its mountains rise and erode, its seas deepen and retreat. Every continent, every stone, has wandered across the surface of time. What is now a desert was once an ocean floor. What is now a mountain was once the sediment of ancient tides. Over tens of millions of years, plates shift, continents drift, and the map of the world changes. Slowly, beautifully, without sound. Even in change, the Earth remains. Each wave of transformation simply reshapes the same enduring song. Beneath your feet, the atoms that form the soil, the air, and your skin are older than the Earth itself. Hydrogen, the simplest, first-born element, was forged moments after the universe began some 13.8 billion years ago. Carbon, oxygen, iron, the very materials that make your body, were born later, inside the hearts of long-vanished stars. Every atom you carry has lived 1,000 lives. It has burned, cooled, floated in wind, water, fire, and bone. Time does not destroy these particles, it only rearranges them. What was once starlight now thinks, breathes, dreams. The boundaries between past and present blur, until all of existence feels continuous. A single motion, unbroken and eternal. Even mountains, those symbols of stillness, are rivers in disguise. They rise in slow exhalations of stone, then soften, grain by grain, under the patient hand of rain and wind. The Himalayas, young in geological time, lift themselves a few millimeters each year, while older ranges fade away, their remnants carried downstream to form new lands. Nothing stands still, not rock, not ice, not even time itself. Yet this movement is not loss, it is conversation. Erosion and uplift, fire and frost, each speak the same ancient language of continuation. Time bends, too, in ways the senses cannot feel. Near a massive body, a planet, a star, a black hole, time flows differently. Gravity pulls not only matter, but the pace of existence itself. A clock on Earth's surface ticks a fraction slower than one high above the clouds. In orbit, astronauts live moments that stretch infinitesimally longer than ours. This is not illusion, it is the shape of time, folding gently beneath the weight of mass. Einstein's vision of relativity revealed that space and time are not separate threads, but one woven fabric. A tapestry that flexes and curves around the presence of everything that exists. And so, even time has its own balance, its own graceful dance. Light moves through that fabric as both traveler and historian. When you look into the night sky, you are not seeing the present. You are seeing memory. The light from our nearest star, the sun, takes over 8 minutes to reach you. The light from Sirius travels for years. From distant galaxies, light journeys for millions, even billions of years, before touching your eyes. Each beam carries a message from the past, the glow of stars long gone, the trace of events already complete. To look outward is to look backward through time. You are, at every moment, witness to history still unfolding. Time is not a clock, but a current, slow, steady, eternal. It does not measure, it carries. It does not hurry, it reveals. A leaf falls and another grows. A wave breaks and another forms. A star blooms, fades and returns. Nothing is lost, everything changes form. Even decay is transformation, a necessary passage from one harmony to the next. To end is only to begin again in another shape, another rhythm, another glow. Your own life unfolds within this same rhythm. Brief, yes, but perfectly in step. Every heartbeat is a tide of time within you. Every breath a cycle of exchange between you and the stars. When you age, you do not move away from time, you move with it. Cells renew, memories fade and return, thoughts shift like constellations in your sky. You are not a fixed thing. You are a movement, a slow ripple in the endless sea of becoming. To live is to participate in the patient unfolding of the cosmos. Time does not count. It flows. It carries the first atoms through the galaxies, the first rain through the soil, the first heartbeats through the generations. It carries laughter, sorrow, warmth, and memory. And though it moves endlessly forward, it never leaves anything behind. Every echo remains, woven into the fabric of what is. You, too, leave your mark, not as permanence, but as resonance. The energy of your existence ripples outward in ways unseen, soft and enduring. Imagine standing still and feeling the age of everything around you. The air you breathe has been part of countless lungs. Creatures, forests, oceans. The light that warms your skin was born before human time began. Even your thoughts carry the pattern of history, millions of years of adaptation and memory, whispering quietly within your mind. You are ancient, and you are new, all at once. Every moment is a bridge between what has been and what will be. Time moves in circles, not lines. It spirals like galaxies, like storms, like the shells of small ocean creatures that once marked the seafloor of the world. Each revolution brings both return and change, a repetition that never repeats exactly. Days become seasons, seasons become years, years become centuries, and still the rhythm holds. To the universe, a billion years is only a sigh. To a planet, it is a life. To you, a heartbeat. But all are made of the same motion. You are part of time's patience, not its hurry. Even as you move through days and hours, the deeper current remains unbroken. You do not fall behind, you drift within. In stillness, you can almost hear it. The quiet pulse of eternity, the soundless movement of everything changing together forever. Time is vast, yes, but it is also intimate. It touches you every second, and through you, it touches the stars. A billion years is nothing to the stars, but everything to a world like ours. Time gives meaning through contrast, the fleeting and the infinite meeting in the middle, where consciousness blooms. Without the passing of time, there would be no growth, no memory, no song. Change is not loss, it is melody. Each moment adds its note to the harmony of existence. The universe is old, but it is also always beginning. And still, through every change, the universe remains. Unhurried, eternal whole. The same energy flows through all forms, unspent, unbroken. Every sunrise repeats an ancient promise. Every night sky holds the same silent glow that shone upon the first worlds. Time does not end. It continues, breathing, expanding, resting, beginning again. Time does not pass. It breathes, and you breathe with it. In that quiet exchange between seconds and eternity, you belong completely. You are not outside of time, nor are you trapped within it. You are part of its rhythm, its drift, its patience, its calm. The river flows onward, but it carries you gently, without haste, without fear. And as you drift upon it, you begin to see nothing truly disappears. Everything, everywhere, is always becoming. Across all those billions of years, a small spark appeared, and learned to look back at the stars. It learned to wonder, to name, to feel the vastness that made it. From dust and fire and ocean, from silence and rhythm, something awoke that could ask, why? And in that question, the universe began to hear itself. You are part of that spark, a moment in an endless sequence, a breath drawn from ancient air. The atoms within your body were born in stars long vanished, forged in their radiant cores, and released in clouds of light and debris. Carbon, oxygen, calcium, iron. The materials of your bones, your breath, your heartbeat, were carried across billions of miles before finding one another again, here. The same dust that formed worlds now forms your skin. The same fire that once ignited the heavens now burns quietly within your cells. You are the continuation of what has always been, a constellation reassembled in human form. Inside you, time continues its patient work. Every cell is a fragment of history. Your DNA is a living record written in a language 4 billion years old. Its letters, A, T, G, C, carry the memory of oceans, sunlight, and stone. It remembers the first single-celled creatures that floated beneath early skies, the first green leaf that caught light, the first eyes that opened to see. You are not a new arrival, you are an unfolding chapter. Each heartbeat is both ancient and immediate, a rhythm that began long before you and will echo long after. To live is to continue the slow, steady story of becoming. And in that story, you breathe the same air that has circled the planet for ages. Every inhale holds atoms that once rested in the lungs of whales, in the leaves of forests, in the open skies above mountain peaks. The nitrogen that steadies your blood once flowed through the soil beneath ancient trees. The oxygen that fills your lungs was born in sunlight and sea. You share your breath with all who have ever lived, creatures, clouds, and stars alike. Each breath connects you to everything that has ever drawn one. You are not separate, you are participation. Your eyes, small and fragile, are also windows to infinity. In darkness, they gather photons that began their journey millions of years ago. You see only a few thousand stars out of the billions that fill the night, and yet, even that small glimpse is enough to remind you, you are within it, not beneath it. Most of the universe's light moves unseen, its wavelengths too long or too short for the human eye to know. Yet those invisible waves pass through you constantly, filling space with silent color. You live surrounded by radiance that your senses cannot name, and still, you are made of that same radiance. The visible and the unseen meet quietly in you. You are small, but never apart. The space between galaxies and the space between heartbeats are made of the same silence. The gravity that shapes the orbits of worlds also holds you gently to the earth. Every motion of your body, every step, every breath, every quiet rest, is the continuation of cosmic rhythm. Your heartbeat is a pulse written by gravity itself, a pattern of motion sustained by balance and warmth. The energy that keeps you alive is older than any planet, yet new with every moment. You are not an observer of the universe. You are the universe remembering how to feel. When you touch the ground, you touch the body of your origin. The soil beneath your feet once floated as dust in space, and someday it will return to that same endless drift. When you drink water, you drink from the well of eternity. Molecules older than the sun, cycled through rain and river, through cloud and breath and sea. Every drop has seen the world change 1,000 times, and now it becomes part of you, carrying both memory and renewal. There is no separation, only exchange. The the quiet conversation between living and infinite things. Humanity exists between moments, balanced between knowing and wonder. We have built instruments to see farther than our eyes allow, to hear the echoes of creation itself. We have measured the faint glow left by the universe's birth, mapped galaxies so distant their light began before Earth was formed. And yet, in the midst of this vast knowing, we remain what we have always been, a species looking upward, breathing quietly beneath the stars. Knowledge has not lifted us away from mystery, it has only deepened our place within it. You are a brief flame, but your light carries ancient fire. Every thought, every feeling, is built from processes older than language, older than memory. The neurons that spark in your brain echo the lightning that split early skies. Your blood moves in waves that mirror the tides. Your bones echo the minerals of stone. You are not separate from nature, you are nature. The cosmos aware of itself, thinking softly in human form. Even in silence, you are part of everything that has ever been. Every motion you make sends a ripple through the air, through gravity, through time. The warmth you release travels outward at the speed of light, joining the glow of all other warmths that have ever existed. You will never be lost to the universe, you will only change shape within it. The particles of your being will drift again one day, into wind, into star, into the long continuation of matter and time. To exist is not to stand apart from eternity, but to move within it, briefly, beautifully, completely. You are not small in insignificance, you are small in belonging. Scale does not diminish you, it connects you. For in a vast cosmos, to exist at all is to be immense with meaning. You carry the memory of everything that ever was. You carry it not as weight, but as warmth, as the quiet awareness that you are, and that this is. The same stardust that built the galaxies now dreams through you. You are not apart from the universe. You are its memory made living. And somewhere, in your quiet breath, the stars remember themselves. And when all motion settles, what remains is silence. The same silence that fills the spaces between stars and the spaces between thoughts. It is not the silence of absence, but of completion, of everything at rest within itself. This stillness stretches farther than sight, wider than imagination, a quiet that hums through galaxies and minds alike. Listen closely, and you may feel it like a slow tide behind every sound, softly holding all that is. Space itself is nearly silent. There, between the shining worlds, sound cannot travel, for sound is a ripple through matter, and in the vastness, there is almost none. No air, no wind, no vibration, only the smooth expanse of electromagnetic glow, moving in patient waves of light. Yet this silence is not empty. It carries memory, the low, ancient hum of creation, the cosmic background radiation still drifting from the dawn of time, fills every direction with a faint whisper, a gentle warmth too subtle for the ear, but always present. Even in silence, the universe remembers, and within that remembrance you rest. The same stillness that holds the galaxies gathers softly around your thoughts. As your breath slows, your body begins to echo the calm of space, your heartbeat a quiet orbit, your mind a gentle drift through darkness. This is not the silence of nothingness, it is the silence of belonging. You are not apart from the calm of the cosmos. You are part of it, a small, breathing fragment of its great repose. The peace you feel is the same peace that keeps the stars suspended in their long dance. The human mind mirrors the quiet of the universe in moments of deep rest. During sleep, the thoughts that scatter in daylight settle like dust beneath a fading sun. The patterns of your brain slow until their waves become steady and wide, like the soft ripples of gravity that move unseen through space. Even black holes, the most silent places known, send out faint tremors of gravity, subtle reminders that stillness itself has motion, that even in the calmest night, something continues to breathe. You, too, breathe in that way, not to move, but to be. If you could float now, you would find the quiet everywhere. Between galaxies, there is no noise, only the long patience of light. Between stars, the cold gleam of dust drifts in silent spirals. Between planets, the emptiness hums softly with energy unseen. Between your own thoughts, there is a space, a pause wider than words, and there, the same quiet waits. The silence of space is not void, it is full of waiting, full of presence, full of the promise of rest. The universe breathes, and so do you. Each inhale a small echo of the expanding cosmos. Each exhale a return to stillness. You are weightless now, floating between thought and dream. The glow of distant stars fades like embers as your awareness drifts inward. There is no edge, no border between you and the night, only continuity. Every atom in your body rests in this calm, held gently by invisible fields. Gravity itself hums beneath you, a low tone of belonging, the universe's slow heartbeat. Far beyond, clusters of galaxies turn in silence. Each rotation, each glimmer of starlight, moves without sound, slow as centuries, soft as breath. The Milky Way drifts through the dark, its spiral arms glowing faintly against eternity, and all the while, beneath that grandeur, you rest in the same stillness. This is the shared silence, the one that binds stars, oceans, and minds. It is the quiet between heartbeats, the hush between waves, the pause between thoughts. It is everywhere, and it asks for nothing but your surrender. You are safe within it. The silence does not erase you, it holds you. It gathers every flicker of motion, every sound that ever was, and lets it fade gently into balance. Here, nothing strives, nothing needs to be reached. Every light will one day dim, every wave will one day rest, and still, the silence will remain, steady, ancient, kind. This is not the end of anything, only the soft settling of all things into harmony. In this stillness, everything is connected, stars, atoms, dreams. Your thoughts drift outward like dust, joining the quiet pattern of existence. You are not separate from this peace, you are this peace, momentarily awake, momentarily aware. The night deepens, the galaxies turn, and beneath it all the universe whispers one quiet promise: rest. And somewhere, far off, light begins again, faint and golden, returning through the dark. It does not rush or pierce, but unfolds like breath, like warmth rising through the quiet folds of space. After the long night of stillness, a slow shimmer spreads, a reminder that silence is not the end, but a cradle for light's return. You feel it before you see it, a soft presence gathering behind the eyes, turning darkness translucent, turning rest into radiance. Light never truly leaves. It travels endlessly, crossing oceans of time, drifting through dust, reflecting off worlds unseen. Even the faintest glow, a photon born in a distant star's heart, continues on its path, unchanged, undiminished, carrying the memory of where it began. Some of the starlight that reaches your eyes tonight set out before Earth existed, its journey a quiet devotion to arrival. In every beam, the past breathes into the present. The universe is illuminated by memory, a gentle persistence of what once was, now reborn as what is. And here, beneath that returning glow, your own world turns toward dawn. The Earth's rhythm continues, night into day, darkness into warmth, the ancient motion of balance renewed. Every creature rests and wakes to this cosmic metronome of light and shadow. Each sunrise a repetition of the first, when hydrogen first caught fire and the universe learned to shine. Your own body follows the same rhythm, cells stirring, blood warming, a slow tide of awareness rising within. You are still resting, but the light within you stirs, mirroring the quiet awakening of the sky. Energy never dies, it only changes form. The glow of a candle becomes air and warmth, the fire of a star becomes dust and life. Every atom within you is a vessel of transformation. The energy of sunlight, the quiet chemistry of breath, the slow pulse of thought. What you are is not static, but endlessly exchanged. A gentle current between being and becoming. In this way, the universe itself breathes through you, and the light that once streamed from distant suns still burns softly behind your heartbeat. Even stars, when they fade, do not vanish. Their collapse becomes creation. Their scattered elements seed the clouds that will give birth to new light. Every ending folds quietly into a beginning. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the carbon in every cell, all were forged in the hearts of stars long before this earth began to spin. The universe recycles itself in beauty, fire into dust, dust into form, form into thought. Nothing is lost. Everything glows again. A faint warmth spreads through the silence. The darkness, once infinite, softens into shade and tone. The quiet hum returns, the soft sound of gravity's patient pull, the low vibration of time unfolding. The galaxies drift on, each one glowing a little brighter in the widening light. Between them, the great emptiness gleams, no longer cold, but full of promise. The dawn of the cosmos never truly ended. It continues everywhere, in every breath of brightness that emerges from rest. And within you too, light returns. Not as brilliance or urgency, but as calm illumination, a golden awareness, a warmth behind the ribs. You begin to remember motion, not as effort, but as grace. The same gentle forces that guide stars and tides guide your own small being, pulling you softly toward life again. This is not waking, not yet. Only the peaceful shimmer between sleep and knowing. You float in it. As the universe floats in itself, every cycle continues. The stars turn, worlds drift. The sun lifts once more above the horizon of your thoughts. And as the glow widens, you feel the quiet truth of continuity. That nothing ever truly ends, that rest and light are one long motion, folding into one another forever. The stillness remains, but within it, warmth flows again, a thread of gold through every silence. This is the dawn of all things, not loud or sudden, but infinite and tender. And in the soft return of light, the universe breathes again, calm, complete, alive. You drift within its glow, resting in the warmth that never fades. The night does not vanish, it simply becomes morning. The darkness does not end, it transforms into light. And you, a fragment of starlight, a thought of the cosmos, float gently between them, held in the endless rhythm of return. The universe opens its eyes, and through you, it shines once more. The light settles softly now, folding into the quiet once more. The stars fade, but they do not disappear. They simply rest, their glow tucked gently beneath the horizon of your thoughts. The warmth lingers, but even that begins to slow, becoming a calm that hums deeper than sound, older than memory. The vastness, the balance, the rhythm, it all remains, but it moves now at the speed of dreaming. Inhale the calm of distance. Exhale the warmth of belonging. You have traveled far tonight, through the birth of stars and the drift of galaxies, through silence and return, through the long patience of time. You have felt the earth turn beneath you, its quiet motion steady beneath the sky. Even now, it spins, a soft rotation that has never ceased, never hurried, carrying oceans and forests, mountains and breath, in its endless embrace. And you, small and infinite, turn with it. Every atom within you still moves, even in this stillness. The smallest particles hum and spin, their energy a quiet echo of the first creation. The same physics that shape the galaxies shape your sleeping form. Gravity, motion, balance, all working in perfect silence. You are not apart from the cosmos, you are the cosmos, resting within itself. The light that traveled so far to find you rests now behind your closed eyes, a faint shimmer of thought becoming dream. The universe has followed you here, not as noise or image, but as rhythm, as breath. Inhale the memory of starlight. Exhale the peace of returning home. All things move still, though you feel no motion. The planets continue their paths, the comets glide through unseen corridors of ice and dust. The stars keep their watch above, their distances beyond counting, their patience beyond measure. And yet, in their quiet radiance you are known. You share their silence, their endless stillness made soft. Now, even the universe seems to pause with you. Every drift slows, every glow softens, every thought releases its hold. The great cosmic tide withdraws, not vanishing, but folding itself gently into sleep. The galaxies rest in their orbits, the winds of interstellar space hush to a whisper, and in that stillness, so vast, so tender, your breathing becomes the measure of time. Inhale the hush of eternity. Exhale the ease of letting go. The starlight that became life. The silence between worlds, the rhythm of time and breath, the balance that holds everything. All of it now gathers around you, not as memory, but as presence. You are the quiet motion of creation, the soft current that connects all things. You have never left the stars, you have simply drifted closer to their peace. Light fades to warmth, warmth fades to shadow, and shadow fades to rest. There is no boundary now between body and sky, between sleep and space. You float in the softest gravity, weightless and whole, as if the universe itself were cradling you. And perhaps it is. Perhaps this is what sleep has always been, the cosmos closing its eyes through you. Inhale slow, steady, gentle. Exhale, release. No endings, no beginnings, only this, the quiet pulse of existence, the steady hum of forever. Even in stillness, all moves, even in darkness, all glows. Even in sleep, all lives. The light settles softly now, and the stars, though unseen, continue their patient watch. The world is quiet, the air is kind, and you are home. You have traveled through light and silence, and now you rest. All is calm, all is endless, all is well.